The man ran the whole lap in 1 second, but his brother taunted him for being slower than a turtle. Even though he was going over 1,600 kilometers an hour, his brother was still not satisfied, until he vomited. The brother was willing to stop and rest. Because of this spirit, A-Train, a black man, reluctantly joined the Supersonic 7. In order to make the society more caring to the disabled, he planned a charity donation contest. In order to compete with his arch-rival Shockwave, A-Train gave it his all, but it was all too sudden. The man looked at A-Train blankly, but A-Train only gave a perfunctory explanation. He disappeared at the end of the street with lightning speed. Afterwards, A-Train not only didn't apologize publicly, he even blamed the man's wife for delaying his pursuit of the culprit, so as not to tarnish his image. They even offered the man $45,000 to sign a non-disclosure agreement. The man was furious.
People say our condolences and my sympathies and our regrets, but nobody can look me in the fucking eye and say I'm sorry!
In order to expose these assholes for what they are, he came to Walters to install a wire under the guise of signing a non-disclosure agreement. After passing through security, the man made it to the hero's conference room. A-Train, his lawyer, and others arrived, but in the man's eyes, A-Train still looks like the same bloody man. The man immediately calmed down. He asked to go to the restroom first, then he took out the wiretap, but because he was too nervous, the bug fell out. At that moment, Starlight suddenly walked into the restroom. Luckily, she didn't notice anything unusual. After she left, the man picked up the wiretap and left, but he couldn't have imagined. The Invisible Man had a penchant for spying. The man took the opportunity to install the wiretap under the table. The mission was accomplished, but how could the Invisible Man let him go so easily? The man clearly sensed that someone was coming in, but he couldn't see them. The wiretap was floating in the air. The Invisible Man suddenly grabbed his license plate and slammed him on the counter. What followed was a one-sided slaughter. The man was left defenseless. In the nick of time, the man's companion drove his car right into the store, but the enemy is dark and we are light. The man was outgunned and outmaneuvered. Suddenly, he had an idea. A mouthful of blood sprayed on the Invisible Man. His companion started to fight back. The man sneaks up on him with a wire. The companion kicks the Invisible Man out of the air. He hits the wire in the man's hand. They put him in the trunk. To solve the problem once and for all, they found a professional killer. But the hitman panicked when he saw the Invisible Man. He pulled out a gun and told them to get lost, because all superheroes have locator chips.
This is not my problem, huh?
Well, it is now. He knows what you look like.
And so the killer was tied to a boat. The boys were formed.